Steven. And Steven, they have a right to call Timcast Transcast.
Mr. Steven, I have a gift to you.
Wait a minute. Stop everything. Let's watch some Stevie.
Steven, they're fans of mine, but I'm even bigger fans of theirs.
It never gets old. Donald Trump loves us.
It never gets old, folks. Welcome to Steven.
I'm Steven. I'm saying it first.
Steven is Steven, and I'm Steve.
We're going to be able to stop doing that eventually.
I know. They'll just know us by face when they see our cartoon face. And we're going to get that Ollie London, the Oil London plastic surgery to look cartoon. So he'll become. Oh, what? You what?
No, I just forgot about Ollie.
Yeah, I did too until he. I don't know. What's he tweeting about? Oh, just he doesn't like trans people, but he was white and he was trying to convert himself to a Korean, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I don't know. Any one look at him, it's like the most terrifying thing. I can't believe they even let him on Fox News in like even his home webcam, let alone in the studio.
He was on there recently?
Yeah.
With Tucker?
Maybe not Tucker, but I think it was with the Balenciaga stuff.
Yeah.
It might have been Tucker. And then he's like, so what's going on? And he's like, oh, well, Tucker. I don't even know what he would sound like. Would he sound Korean?
He sounds like a little sissy kind of, I think, if I remember right.
That makes sense. You know, Tucker, these liberals are out of control. That's always my favorite when they have those guests. You remember that one time we were watching, and it doesn't matter who the guest was because they're all like this, like these straight out of the DC assembly lines who have their new book, Liberal Lunacy. And when they're like in that little double box with Tucker, their eyes are just gigantic. And a lot of the times they can't even handle the pre-fed question. They can't remember their lines and they start stumbling. And I mean, it's funny. It's funny because they think that being on Tucker means that their career is finally going to take off, but then it never does.
Yeah, those people are... I don't know where they find them. They all are fucking out of D.C., though. You're right. Yeah. So everybody from D.C. is cray-cray.
Dude crazy.
Yeah.
What it stands for. So we should probably start with the biggest news. Now the Drake and Josh reboot is on a standby because... Drake Bell is missing.
First off, was there actually talks of Drake and Josh reboot?
No, not outside the one that I think you sent me a link like a year ago, the Barstool, when I think it was Josh on it. Yeah.
And then Drake came on to defend himself. He's like, man, Josh is crazy.
Yeah. And Josh is crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he's straight. I don't know.
No, I mean, truly. He's been like a theater kid since he was a child.
And he was a stand-up comedian at age 6.
I'm
just remembering this interview. Okay, but Drake is missing. Mm-hmm. He's missing from where? Florida?
I don't know. I thought he lived in... he lives in the Caribbeans, yeah. I actually didn't do any research on this.
I didn't either, but I think I know the perfect way that they can find him.
How's that?
Okay, you got to do a count of all of the underage girls in the area.
Yeah. Oh,
you just find the one that's missing.
Yes.
And then no, that doesn't find Drake, though, I guess.
Well, you could send the Amber Alert.
Track her phone.
Yeah.
She's got one.
That's a good way to at least get some like baseline ideas, too. Like if the population of the underage girls is high enough, then they can know to at least target those cities.
Another alternative, he's even further he's down in Peru searching for searching for the Peruvian puff pepper. I don't know.
Shit, dude, I guess he's safe now.
Oh no.
This is fake news. What is this from? abcnews.gov? I don't trust that, Snopes.
No. Well, at the time we were recording, to our knowledge, he was
completely gone. Also, okay, what does that mean missing? Like he had been gone for like 4 hours and like the news outlets have to like go full send to, we don't know where he went. What if he was just in his backyard?
Yeah. And also it's like, how does that work? I mean, if I'm missing, I'm just gone.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking for me. But
no.
Even though Drake's famous, I still don't understand how does somebody know that you're missing, I guess maybe is my real question.
I know. Yeah. Well, like, did his wife just go like,
he's married.
Did his teenage wife just go, hey, Drake, did you get those onions from the store? Drake? Oh my gosh. And like dial 911. And it's like, he's missing. I don't know. It's been 15 minutes. I looked everywhere. I looked in his room and the bathroom.
Man, I thought you were leading into a Drake and Josh reference, so I was really getting amped up for it. But that's...
Well, then it cuts to Drake. He's sitting in his tree house and he goes, sometimes being married is not always what it's cracked up to be, because you've got Josh who lives in this tree house and I forgot the saw, something like that. I don't know. I tried.
Hug me, brother.
Hug me, brother.
Speaking of brothers, do we have any black people to segue into?
We do not. No, we do. Lizzo. She's still fat.
Thank you.
She posted nudes, right? Isn't that the picture of the
She was
Rolling Stone?
basically naked. And was it Rolling Stone?
Probably. Is something equally as gay.
It's mostly that my preparation for this show is I just see things and I think I can talk about it. And then I realize when we sit down, I have no idea what the deal. But here's the thing is a lot of people online I was seeing were like, they were shitting on Lizzo. They're like, okay, this is enough. Like, you're just trying to get attention. Except fat black women online.
Oh, so they like her posting.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. But it is, and we're not going to dive into Lizzo.
Yeah. Well, we could dive off of a skyscraper into Lizzo and still be safe, but we're not going to do that.
Oh, man. Markets herself as a trampoline or something. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Instead of Hulk hands, like Lizzo belly, like that's the new trampoline that kids are using.
Or it's like how they do the pregnancy belly.
Oh yeah,
but instead just like be Lizzo for a day. It's a ride at a fucking Disney World.
You have to like put that whole suit on and like blow it up. It's like a hamster ball, but it's an entire suit.
It's about damn time we get that in stores, folks.
Yeah. Wake me up before you go. Sorry about that. You'll only know that if you've seen Zoolander and Ariel Pink on Adam Friedland's show. So, okay, I will just kind of talk about this. I learned a new fact about Ariel Pink the other day. So there are these two podcasters that I really don't like. They suck. They're called like Leo and Danny. And I think they just sit in their studio and someone tells them who's coming in before they come in. So they had Ariel Pink on. They also had Ben on. And the whole time they're trying to talk to him about Tim Dillon being on Tim Dillon's podcast, like after he was fired and was like doing Lemon Party. So like you could tell Ben was like uncomfortable, didn't like being on. Yeah. But anyway, Ariel Pink shared this story after he was fired from his record label after the January 6th thing. Julian Casablancas from The Strokes reached out to him and was like, hey, I want you to be on my record label. Like, I don't really care about your politics or whatever. And Ariel was like, okay, sure, whatever. But what Ariel was saying in the interview was like, he just didn't know that he couldn't sign me, but he didn't know that, you know what I mean? Like once Julian went and told the record label they were going to have Ariel Pink on, they obviously dissuaded him from having him on. So he like called him like a week later. And I guess the excuse he came up with was, he called him on the phone and he's like, hey, I've got a really personal question to ask you. And I know this is really weird. This is so odd, but like, did you like give your ex-girlfriend herpes? And he was like, I mean, yes, but what does that have to do with anything? And he was like, I don't know. I just work with somebody who also, he's weirded out by herpes. So I don't know if we could make this work out. Like, but the whole time Ariel was like, I know he's not going to sign me. You know, he's like, I've been through this a handful of times where someone's like, no, it's fine. And then it's like, oh, actually we can't. But I just thought the excuse that he came up with was like so funny. Like he has to have sex with everyone who joins the record label. So then it's like, oh, can't have you on. But it's still nice to know that Julian is, not, he's like based in
I would have been, and I am the biggest Strokes fan, but
allegedly
audience poll, who's listened to it? All right. See, we're going down a wrong path here. What was I going to say? Yeah, at least it wasn't JC's fault. That's what the big fans call him.
Yeah. So
wait, and so who are these guys though? I don't want to. If you're not done on Ariel yet, I don't want to.
No, I'm done with Ariel. But Leo and Danny,
okay.
I'll show you what they look like.
Now, let me guess. They only have 160 subscribers.
They have, I don't know, 56K.
Some people can like pull off true like bowl cuts. Okay, no, he looks worse now. In the thumbnail, he was face apped over, and he looked a little bit better.
They pretty him up, and then Hassan Piker, this guy,
yeah, seriously, Hawaiian Piker.
At one point, though, in the interview, and this is kind of like, I feel like this is just like a pet peeve of mine, but so there's like 4 people sitting on the couch with Ariel, and while Ariel's trying to tell the story, one of the guys cuts him off and he goes, Todd, by the way, do you know that you're sitting next to one of the greatest musical artists of our generation? Yeah. And he's like, to be honest, I didn't know who he was coming in. And it's like, for someone to ask, I don't know if it's like a crutch to ask that type of question, but I'm just like, what's going through your head right now? Like, did you think that he was going to be like, oh, really? Oh, like just start sucking him off? Like, if he didn't know who he was coming in, he's not going to care who he is now during the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate those kind of comments too.
Yeah.
That is a bad podcasting. We would never do such a thing.
We wouldn't. we would where should we go next on this map? We've got this beautiful map up here in front of our
we made a
screen.
list to go through, and then I immediately took a detour with Lizzo and jumped to the middle of it. So we can go back on track.
We can go wherever we need to go. We got the big thing out of the way. We've got to talk about Red Bar. We always do. We love.
Oh, really, dude? All right. We just need that sound because I can't do it perfectly.
I know. And I bring this up because of the creator clashing. This is truly like all worlds are colliding.
Mm-hmm.
So Creator Clash 1 happened. iDubbbz, he hosted it with his girlfriend, who's actually his wife. But since iDubbbz constantly refers to his wife as his partner, I call his wife his girlfriend. His jack-o'-lantern teeth girlfriend. They put on this boxing match. It's all for charity. The first time it was controversial because one of the fighters was trained by Sam Hyde, and Sam was told not to go near the arena. The day of the fight, Sam's crew showed up to the fight. They bought tickets. They wore Sam Hyde t-shirts. They were going to flash them so the cameras would pick them up. They all got kicked out. Now they're doing the second round of this big boxing event, and there's more controversy. One of the fighters, I guess he had some controversial tweets or was friends with Sam as well. And so what they've done, they kicked him out, they fired him, but now they're reframing this whole situation. So what they're saying is all of the money made from this boxing event goes to charity. Mm-hmm. So we had to use money to pay for this fighter to cover his training and travel. And since he's already used his money for some of the training and we had to fire him, he's stealing from charity. So they're trying to make him out to be this terrible person. Mm-hmm. And but people are just constantly bullying Trailer Trash iDubbbz and his disgusting, ugly, ink tattooed girlfriend, and she privated her Twitter, and now she unprivated her Twitter to tweet two things, and I'll put it up on the screen for y'all so y'all can see. But it was a screenshot from a Red Bar video where Red Bar drew iDubbbz's girlfriend and did a beautiful job. And she says, dude's upset because another man's wife isn't hot enough for him. And then she says, I came off private just to tweet this, then instantly went back to private because everyone made fun of her.
Then what's the point? First of all, what's the point of going on private if you're immediately going to go private again?
I know. I think she thought this tweet was going to blow up and people weren't going to respond and say oh, Red Bar, yeah. So we're glad that Red Bar has now started going into the normie spaces because everyone else, they don't say his name, like Logan Paul and what's the big retard with his massive forehead?
Oh, Malik?
Yes,
Malik?
Yeah.
Big Mike. I was going to ask, did you see Sam Hyde's tweet earlier that was of iDubbbz or whatever? And he's I'm dressed in drag, watching iDubbbz from okay, go to no. Sam's Twitter really quick. I just saw it an hour ago. Yeah, there it is. I've been following him around in drag. He hasn't noticed yet, which that could just be somebody else. That sent Sam.
Dude, that's so funny.
The photo, but.
And Sam, I don't know. I love how he's just been harassing iDubbbz for so long. And it's always this, what would you say? The juvenile, delinquent style. I mean, it's mild, teasing, but of course he has to treat it like he's being stalked,
Yeah, he does. And the other thing too is Sam gives him a pretty easy out. It's don't make a fool of yourself anymore. Don't I don't even know but I mean the girlfriend ruined him, right? Did you used to like iDubbbz's? Yeah. So now he just seems weird. I don't know. He's got that fucking mullet. It pisses me off. I don't know.
I know. I think I figured out what his deal is because not to bring up Mr. Mike again, but he randomly reviewed some iDubbbz video a long time ago, and he's I bet this guy grew up in a trailer park. And there's a new interview with iDubbbz with someone else, and he reveals, yes, he grew up in a trailer park, and his dad was in and out of prison. Yeah. So I think that his girlfriend, he just sees his girlfriend, he's well, whatever I do, she's proud of me because at least I'm not like my dad in and out of prison. So anything goes, I think the bar is set so low.
I think he probably is the hottest chick he ever fucked, even though she's a dog.
Yeah.
And he fucked her, and then she's just just do whatever you want now. Be a piece of trailer trash. I don't know.
So
just don't go to jail.
Yeah, just don't go to jail. It's all you got to do, iDubbbz, and he's staying out of jail. So
wait, did this creator clash happen now, or is that what this is a photo from?
I think it's coming up in a week or something.
Okay.
Yep, that is iDubbbz and Sam. Oh, hang on, I want to see what's he saying.
This is a Mr. Beast video. We got Chris from Mr. Beast in the house.
Oh my gosh.
Chris is trans. Well, this is our #StopAsianHate #StopAsianHate portion of the show. As you know, we always do this every week because we're big fans.
Of Asians.
Yes, and the Dow.
Dow Jones.
The Dow Jones. Big news, really big news. Do you have the button?
Oh boy.
It has just been revealed.
Well, we found out this week Bobby Lee maybe raped somebody in Mexico. What was the tweet? That tweet's gone now, by the way. But
damn it,
we found out Bobby Lee admitted on a podcast a year ago that he raped a girl in Mexico.
Yeah, and it's grotesque. It's awful. He originally did it on the Opie and Anthony show, and he was like, yeah, and she was like crying, you know. Oh, and she was crying. She did not honor the rape.
Honor is a very important thing. And then the other thing too is, and we haven't talked about it, but you know, Kalila, she sucked dogs' dicks back home.
Yes, I did. I actually never heard of that before until you tweeted something about it.
Yeah.
So what's the story there? I mean,
she said that was like a thing I don't remember. A cousin got her to do maybe, but she also fucked a cousin at some point. Like a cousin used to rape her maybe. All right. Bleep in this and bleep it again there. Bobby's done though. I don't know. Bobby's lost I kind of liked him back in the day.
Yeah, he's lost his magic.
But an even bigger story in the Asian world, the Dalai Lama in big trouble.
Yes.
He in very big trouble. Apparently, the Dalai Lama told a child at some sort of gathering or whatever to suck my tongue. And actually, originally I saw suck my toe reported first. That's no joke. Okay. But I know a little Mandarin myself. Mm-hmm. And I think the more appropriate translation is suck my ass, which, you know, as in America, we say eat my ass.
Right.
But either way, Dalai Lama being a sicko to a kid.
Yeah, isn't he? What's his deal? He's like Gandhi, right? But for wherever.
He's Gandhi
Micronesia.
for Gandhi for Tibet.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in Tibet, but yeah, for Tibetan Buddhism.
Okay, so usually he's just like giving out, you know, wisdom and speaking like one word, and everyone's like, you know, Lex Friedman would watch the Dalai Lama, and he's like, I will become this.
The Asian religions are so great because they're all just like simple as water. Like that's just like something you meditate on all day. You're like, water levels out. Or what am I trying to search the expression? I don't know.
Water balance.
All water balance.
When in doubt, rape 12-year-old in South America.
Or like the eternal Tao is not speakable, or whatever the fucking thing is. Just like, see that now that's so wise.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's like vague enough to not understand, it is the wisest thing that we've ever heard.
Now that's the smartest thing.
I was going to, sorry, real quick about Bobby Lee, last thing. I will say, you know, we do take that allegation very, very seriously. So we here at Steven, we have taken the multiple PS5s and MacBook Pros that we've won from his Twitter account that he's given us. We are going to be donating that to children with autism. And by children, I mean Ryan Trout. You may know him on TikTok. He's just so funny. He's blowing up right now. He's hilarious. He just like knows what's on, right? So we're donating all of that to him so he can continue drinking. And so, yeah, we just wanted to make that statement clear. But yeah, Bobby Lee's innocent until proven guilty.
Was that your first Trout drop on the pod?
It might have been, yeah.
Oh, well, this is going to be a fun new era.
Gone fishing.
I love the one I saw from him, and I don't want to open a can of worms here, but I saw, you probably have seen all of them, right?
Yeah.
Did I tell you too that I like one day I just started scrolling through his videos and I was like 200 in, and then I like was like, oh, he has thousands.
He does. That's true. That's the thing too. It's like when he uploads like 50 videos a day, you feel lucky on the one that you end up with. It's like you're rolling the dice, you know?
It's a proven formula though. Mm-hmm. Like he knows what to do. He knows how to make quality content and like get clicks.
He takes that like one sentence and then he just changes the gender. And
the one I saw that was like today, it was like, me when I get to work and I still realize there's 8 more hours. And it's
like, man, there's 8 more hours.
You know, he's like, man, I got to work a lot longer. It's like so good, but it's also like he clearly doesn't know what a job like. It's 8 hours when you get there. Mm-hmm. You know, so that doesn't even make sense.
No, yeah, he doesn't. He's just trying to interpret what normal people do, which I wonder if he's like rich or just lives with his parents, or even how old he is.
Oh, he for sure lives with his parents. He probably like doesn't even profit off of this because he's too dumb.
Yeah, probably not. But he goes and drinks at like this same club constantly, and yeah, we'll cover him another day because there is just so much to unpack. I don't know.
Check him out though. In the meantime,
yes, Ryan Trout. I think he's like one of the biggest TikTokers. I feel like he has to be. He has like millions of followers.
But on Instagram, he has like nothing.
No, nothing.
Because I was like, oh, this guy he stays niche. I'll stay niche.
Me when I stay niche so my boyfriend can't enjoy my content. Me when I stay niche so my girlfriend can't enjoy my content.
That's the only thing I don't like, because I need him to be an authentic person. Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? I thought maybe he's just the greatest performer ever. He doesn't have a boyfriend or girlfriend.
He's just making it up. He might be making it up. 3.4 million followers on
TikTok. Impressive. We should find out where he lives. No, never mind.
Like, go visit him.
We shouldn't say that on the pod.
Me when Steve comes to visit me. Hi, Steve. Me when Steven comes to visit me. Hi, Steven.
God, I love that. Those are so good. Okay, where are we?
So we did the Dolly Llama. The Dolly Llama is the newest llama toy from Mattel Toys. It's a dolly for no.
COVID's over.
Yes.
COVID's over, everybody. It's officially over.
Congratulations, Dr. Fauci.
So it's crazy because everybody who is retarded, you know, and is still taking COVID seriously.
Yeah.
It's like crazy that there will still be people that are like wearing masks and stuff.
I know. Some stores even still require it.
Dude, and like when I went to the hospital recently, you know, they had a thing too, and I was like, no, this is like everybody around me just had masks on. I was like, no. But COVID's over. I just felt like we had to say something about it.
So that's like the WHO, whatever they
No,
say.
I think it's maybe the White House.
Okay.
Ended the national emergency for COVID
Gotcha.
after 3 years.
Wow, I'm surprised it went on for that long, but I guess also not because I think when they declare a state of emergency, like the lawmakers are granted like much more power, so they use that, you know, to funnel money around, do all that new reset. So now they're just saying no more reset. We're going to wait until whatever the next thing is. So congratulations, Dr. Fauci. You have beat COVID. We are so proud of you.
Speaking of, and this is a random topic, and I don't know if I've said this on the pod, but I do say it a lot day to day. I think Joe Camel needs to make a comeback in a major way.
The cigarette guy?
Yeah. I just think he's like a cool character, and I would love to see him like.
Would he do like cigarette commercials where it's like he's just standing there and he has a bunch of kids come by and he's like, guys, come here. You ain't cool unless you're smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, pretty much. He had a leather jacket on, so you know he was cool.
That's badass.
Yeah.
They honestly just need companies just need to bring back like mascots.
I agree. Mascots ruled. I think we did the M&Ms, but there was another one too, I think recently where they dropped their mascot. I don't know. But you know what? Who else? See, I'm totally taking control here. Sorry. But HBO Max have dropped the HBO. What are your thoughts on that?
It's now just Max. See, the first time I saw the new logo, I was a little... I mean, I knew it was HBO, but like I, for the longest time, thought HBO Go was HBO Max. So I kept calling it HBO Go.
But it was HBO Go.
I truly don't know the difference.
Go was around to like 2019 or 2020. Then I think they rebranded as Max when they inherited all the other.
Gotcha.
Like,
so that's how far behind I am. I'm still worried about net neutrality over here.
oh man, yeah. I don't know. I just didn't know if you had an opinion on the branding of it, because people are like, "Why would you drop HBO? It's like the most well-known thing." And it's like, I kind of think the name Max though is just cool for for a streaming service. It sounds like it's taken over the world. You know, it's just Max.
Yeah. Max, like maximum all everywhere.
But I don't like the new logo.
I'm gonna pop that.
Well,
up.
it's like blue now too, so I don't like that. I like all the streaming services that are like purple and black. I just feel like that sucks you into it. You know, when I see Netflix, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
It's too aggressive.
So this is the new one, the blue.
That makes me want to eat. I took a science class. Do you know when you see red, it makes you hungry? Or wait, no, that's why fast food uses red. So when I watch Netflix, I just want to eat the whole time.
Yes.
This makes me want to go night. Oh, is that? It's like a bluish.
It kind of looks like the ABC logo or something. Like it looks like a news outlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think it looks well. And did you see? I saw one screenshot of the layout of the new Max, and it does look like a new, like your stream, like going through a news station now. I don't know. I just saw a guy standing in front of a screen at some sort of event. I didn't even really see. Like, but I don't know. We'll see more of it later, I guess. But
we'll give our review.
I still think HBO Max is the best streaming service.
Oh, by far, yeah.
So, and they're moving Discovery Plus on there. That's like part of the acquisition. So now if you don't have Discovery Plus, you pay $5, you're locked in. You get HBO now. No, I'm joking. But damn, dude, I'm just segueing right into Man vs. Food, a Discovery show. I don't know what it's on.
But Man vs. Food is going to be on Max because now they can do everything. Because Man vs. Food is the show where they've maximized man's potential and they've maximized food potential. You know, it's like the Godzilla versus King Kong of American media. It's our version of that. But you know, my favorite part about that show is I don't think he ever completed a single challenge from any.
See, I didn't remember that. I thought he was like half and half, or like 60% of the time was successful. But
dang, I must have caught the 40% then, because I just remember they'd always have those like compilations of everyone. They're like, Matt, and he has the fork and knife, but then he just takes like 7 bites, and he's like, I couldn't complete it. And that was just that was it. And I thought this is a genius idea for a TV show because you just get free food all the time. He doesn't even have to complete the challenge. I've already watched the episode.
He was on Pardon My Take, which is
Really?
why I thought of him. Oh, he was talking about all these new shows he does now. And he just like autistically knows everything about food. So just check that out. I'm going to plug PMT, the biggest sports podcast in the world, to our audience. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Did you ever like go somewhere and like scout out food? Like, did you ever see food in a show and go like, oh, I'm going to...
My parents did, yeah. I didn't do it, but my parents would always... Yeah, they'd say like, Guy Fieri ate here, and so... but it was actually just a woman's tramp stamp. Whoa! Folks.
Yeah, so that was for me asking you that so I could tell you my story. But yeah, so when I went to Philadelphia, we went to like the Franklin Fountain, which is where like you got ice cream.
Okay.
So, it was just ice cream. It wasn't like that good. And then the food challenge was like some like, I'm here going to shove a Philly cheesesteak up my ass. I'm doing Guy Fieri. It's like, I don't remember how he did those. But yeah, so I don't think any of us did the cheesesteak challenge successfully.
I like to imagine when Guy Fieri's doing that stuff, he's like eating food that'd be like on the assembly line. They're like, oh, we were going to bring this out, or expo line, the factory. We're here at the dog food factory. Now this is good dog food.
Did you ever see when Guy Fieri, I like that we moved from the lesser food guy to the better food guy now, but
yeah.
Did you ever see when Guy Fieri made like those, he took like a hot dog and he like wrapped it in like apple pie, like filling or crust, but then he like uses like a bacon jam. So he like came up with like the most American food ever.
Oh.
And like Ford or Chevy or somebody like paid him to do this.
Is it like a thing you can get at his restaurant?
No, I think they did it for like certain like ballpark, like baseball.
Oh, okay,
parks.
I gotcha. Damn. So his goal was to come up with the most American.
Yeah, that was like what they tasked him with. So he's like, but apparently like turned out good for like I don't know,
sweet savory. The McGangbang, is that what he probably had some funky twist name to that?
Somebody the other day told me about like, did you know with the McDonald's menu?
Oh my gosh.
If you order, it's like that's not a secret. That's just telling them what to do with your food.
Yes.
If you say no fucking patty on there and you're just eating bread, if you say no bread, just hand me a patty.
God, like people, it's the same way with like Starbucks too. They're like, the secret drink here, the Fortnite drink. You just ask for no ice and replace the water with milk. And it's like, that is what they do. You can
just
alter your order. Yeah, that is a feature that's been there since the beginning.
I remember too, and there's no secret anything because it was like, you remember when they were promoting McDonald's themselves, they were promoting that like air, fish, and land sandwich or whatever last year.
Oh yeah.
Where you could get the fish chicken burger, right?
Yeah.
And fish chicken cow, I don't know. But even that, you had to order it that way.
Yeah.
Like, so there wasn't like a menu item. You couldn't go, I want the fish land air.
Yeah. And they're like,
Fish land air.
they're like, shh. Say no more. Drive around discreet. The man in the black suit will be there to talk to you. He gets in your car. Yeah, no, it's never like that. I used to work at Starbucks, and when that pink drink was around, and people are so stupid. Starbucks customers might be the stupidest people in the world, and they'll just pull up to the drive-thru and they're like, "That pink drink." They just shout what they want, and they're adults. They have
the actual
kids.
name of it?
It was like a strawberry acai refresher with no water and sub like coconut milk or something.
That's how
like
they should have been ordering it.
That's how they should have been ordering it. But I'm not even mad that they said pink drink. I'm mad that they just like rolled down the window and was like, "Nya, nya, nya." Hey, do you guys have can you make that pink drink? Yes, we can. Frappuccino.
Yeah, but that's anybody going through like a fast food
Yeah.
thing. Even I order like a retard.
You're just pointing, and they're like, "What can I get you?" And you're like, "I'm pointing at it."
No, my thing too is like I know what I'm gonna order, so
Yeah.
it's just like you go through there and they like try to cut you off. That's the one that drives me crazy. It's like, look, I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about Starbucks that I hate, they like never have the food that's on the screen, and they're something about like I don't know, like working at McDonald's. It's like I work at McDonald's. I'm stupid or whatever, or I'm not the smartest person alive. There's something about working at Starbucks where the Starbucks workers think they're like the most intelligent people because they can't just say we're out. They in their minds, they're like the head of a PR firm in this store or like for the drive-through line. And so it's like, can I get this bacon sandwich? I I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, we do not have any of those bacon sandwiches in stock. Is there anything else I could recommend to you today?
Dude, Dunkin' Donuts also bad about this. I don't even go there anymore because I had this big. I had this guy. I ordered, but yeah, it was everything. Croissant. That's how I say it. I don't say croissant. No, I asked for croissant. No, this donut. No, that donut. No, it's like you're Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah,
you know what they do? They drop the donut. Now they're just Dunkin'. So they have an
Yeah.
excuse to not have donuts.
Just give me the Dunkin', whatever that is.
I'd like the Dunkin'.
But would they just say like, we're out of that? We're out of that?
No, it was like an annoying way. It was like, but also you know that they've had to say it 10,000 times throughout the day. So they like probably throughout the day have.
Stupid like speak thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would do if we were out of stuff, I would say, just so you know, if you're going to order food, we only have this and this.
See, it's always a guy that does that too.
Right.
I'm not saying anything.
Fast food, not so fast anymore. Not like it used to be, the good old days. So
I want that number 4 with no onions. Damn, you want to hear something crazy? I used to know that whole Big Mac rap back early YouTube days.
Yes,
I memorized the whole Big Mac rap. I still know it. I'm not going to do it. But
try to order it. That's like the Tenacious D, the Jack Black.
oh, that was another early YouTube video
Yeah.
I saw. Before I saw the movie, I saw the
song.
meeting song, whatever
The meeting?
when they meet, like for the first time in the movie.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I don't remember that part.
Well, it's like a parody of like a classical song.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that part, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, what were you saying?
I don't know. I think we were just saying the same thing. Both trying to remember Tenacious D. So Tenacious D, Jack Black will be, who's he going to be, the KKK guy in the Red Dead Redemption movie? He's like, I tried to get in on Django. They said Jay, no. Jay Blee, no. But I said I'm black. I can't. I think I can
That's
get
a
like
pretty good impression of Jack Black.
I feel like I can get like a second in of a good impression, but then I try to extend it, and it's like you got to quit while you're ahead. But you sent me that. He wants to be in the Red Dead Redemption movie.
No, you sent me that.
I did send it to you.
I've just been talking about Red Dead.
Sorry. You've been playing Red Dead Redemption online. Is it fun?
It's fun. My controller's broke, so well, kind of. And no, it's fun. I just have no idea what I'm doing. I did not do any because it was a 10-hour download.
Yeah.
And so I'm waiting for 10 hours. But I'm watching all these videos of, 10 things to do before you do whatever you want to do in Red Dead bullshit, right? So
Chores.
I didn't do any of that stuff though. I watched all those videos for naught. I got into the open world and I was griefed a million times. It was bullshit.
It's crazy to think though, like the whole like 1800s, like that whole century is only 10 gigabytes, because like today it's like this podcast is like 3 gigabytes. So like it's crazy to think that. I played like Grand Theft Auto Online, and I remember when I like got it on PC, I got in a lobby, someone like instantly killed me. Someone else like went up to me, and then I had like $10 million like in my account, and I was like, all right, this is awesome. I need to leave this so I don't get banned. But
wait, that was a glitch or what?
yeah, someone was hacking, so they would just like go up to people and just give them. They'd
Oh,
hack
that's
their,
awesome.
Yeah, and it was like a good hacking because I just had $10 million in the game.
Damn, did you ever play RuneScape? I had a few of those.
I tried, but I never got too into it.
When did you try? How old were you?
So, well, a long time ago. So probably when I was like 12, and then actually during COVID, I was like, maybe I could get into RuneScape.
I think I tried to do also during COVID.
But I was like, man, this game is so boring. I can't get into it. So
yeah, I think I was 10 when I played it, and I played it like all over a spring break, and I got up to like level like 20 or something. I just like played it all night and day. And then I had like a friend that was helping me out, and he was like level 60 or something, Anyway, eventually I get up to like level 30, and then I just get logged out of my account somehow.
Oh,
so I was like,
gosh.
well, I'm never playing this shit again.
Yeah.
I was like, that was too much time for nothing.
yeah, I think I couldn't figure out how to make any better weapons than like the turd sword is what I would call it, because the copper brown, and I just was like, well, I can't kill anything besides rats. So rat.
Damn, our outro song should be Scape Claws. I love that. That's my favorite RuneScape song. I think it's called Scape Claws. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, look for it.
That's
You'll find
that's
it.
if you become a lawyer in the game. So the scape clause.
Oh.
Dude, this kicks ass.
Yeah, just can you imagine just listening to this on loop? Because the way the soundtrack works, it would change, I think, automatically when you got to a new area, but then you could just play from the soundtrack. So I would just sit like it's Christmas.
Yeah, so you just get this going all the time.
Yeah.
In July. It's Christmas in July for Steven. What's this medieval? I know, guys. I know we're getting into dangerous territory, but
By the way, medieval music should just come back.
It should.
Whatever that instrumentation, that electroacoustic stuff, kind of popular now. That stuff.
That's so cool. Well, that's like what the whole thing that John Mouse was. That's all his music.
All-time greatest soundtrack for a game that people don't know about, and I think I made you play like 10 minutes of it, was a Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It's just like the greatest soundtrack ever. You'll have to look it up.
See,
and that's like the funnest game ever. It's just like a dungeon crawler, and it's like a game if you like don't want to think at all, and you just not mind-numbingly want to kill a bunch of shit with your friends.
I think we played this. It's a PS2 game, right?
Mm-hmm. Not the music thing, but it gets thematic and stuff, and it's just great.
It's got movements and builds up. It's way better than...
It's progressive.
Music.
No, the intro's not good.
Okay.
It's like a menu screen.
Well, you were hyping it up. I thought
do Lich's Castle, or do like Lich. Let's watch.
L-I-C-H.
There you go. Lich's theme. You are now entering Lich's Castle. That's what it would say. And the guy that sent you on missions, he had a yellow hat. I don't know. We just called him Cheese Man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, this is good. Oh my. You got the Dracula.
The whole first world is like mausoleum world, so it's like organs and stuff. So and then the second's like a kind of like a King Arthur sort of dragon one, and then there's like an ice world, and the music changes. It's great. It's a fun game.
Good. Okay, we'll have to
Let's move on.
play it again. Well, no. I will say about this, like these types of songs in games now. So like with Resident Evil 4, the remake, it has a new soundtrack. But they've done this for every single remake. They've just made the modern soundtrack sound so bad, and then they sell the original soundtrack as like a menu option for like $5. So to just get more money out of you, because everyone's gonna buy the old soundtrack because that's what they want to hear. Mm-hmm. So they purposely like make the modern version sound like dog shit. It's so stupid, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it just ties back to like video.
Wait,
game
are there
music.
any other games that do that though, where you can buy the old version?
I'm sure in a lot of other remakes, or most remakes probably just like clean up the sound, from the original soundtrack and just keep it. But
not in the Spyro trilogy.
They remade it.
Yeah, it's the guy. It's crazy. It's I'm blanking on his name right now, but it's the drummer from The Police. That's who
Really?
did the soundtrack for the original Spyro games, and then he came back and like remastered and like whatever. He did it from scratch with like.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, his solo stuff is cool, so I don't know. It's pretty good stuff. But Stuart Copeland.
Stewie Rap God. Whoa, that's new. I've never seen that.
Stephen Copeland. This is our viral video segment. We love things going viral. It's hard for things to go viral.
It is.
Right,
and we're like, we've been watching Daniel Tosh lately, and we've been inspired. We figured out our new formula. What if we just watch what people are watching? Where did this go? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did you come from? Nicholas. Here we go. Check it out, folks.
And happy birthday to Nick Gurr, if you're watching. Someone in chat wants me to say that. Happy birthday, Nick Gurr.
All right, we do have also honorable mentions.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's
See,
so
the way
good.
when she gets caught, she doesn't. The first time she says it, it's fine. She's free.
If you're watching. Someone in chat wants me to say that. Happy birthday, Nick
And then
Gurr.
she doesn't notice. Yeah. And then she catches herself. I love the
exhale.
Yes.
All right, we do have also honorable mentions.
Yes. And
I love it. That's like, do you remember when I think Stav, he would stream himself playing like FIFA, and then Nick would say like, "Hey, your chat says it's Nicholas Gurr's birthday. Happy birthday!" And he's and then Stav's like, "Nick, no."
I never saw Stav stream games. That's kind of cool.
It was
I wish
back
I'd
in.
watched that.
It was like back in 2015 or so. It was like early. That early CT. Got any CT to download? Should we talk about Stav on Theo's podcast? I don't have a whole lot. I just have a few things on that. Let's go ahead and let's just make like Philip DeFranco and jump right in. Kind of an interesting collaboration because they both might be the stupidest people in the world. So what I actually love about Theo is that he's so dumb that he ends up saying like things that are on the opposite side of the intelligence bell curve. So here's something that Stav is just simply explaining. We'll watch first and analyze later. Let me check the audio though.
There's things now like someone might even snore at a certain octave.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy the nuance that can lead you to sleep somewhere else from your spouse or to want to have some space.
For sure. No, I mean I got a CPAP, dude.
You do?
Oh yeah, I'm fat as shit, dude. I gotta have the CPAP.
And does CPAP, what does it do? Does it like process the fat at night or something?
I wish. That would be sick.
So he doesn't know, and that's fine. I don't care that he doesn't know what the CPAP is, but the way he tries to... it's like because I think the whole time maybe he's thinking like, oh, Stav is way fatter than I thought he was.
I'm thinking that right now. I feel like I've seen Stav before and he looks much fatter.
He looks much fatter now.
Yeah.
He does. And the way he's like laid out on that chair, Theo the whole time he's like, is that chair gonna break? So what is a CPAP? It's like a specialized computer that understands how fat you are because you're so fat. We can't even fit you in this tiny corner set. So it understands how fat you are. And so I feel like that's like one of the best disses against Stav ever. So...
It processes the fat though. That's such a ridiculous.
I know.
That's where it's like I used to think Theo maybe was like slightly in on it because there's no way. How do you talk like that?
Yeah.
I don't realize like how ridiculous that sounds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's also like how he is like as a comedian. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so he can't just think like I'm going up and being myself and people like it. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not the sharpest bowl in the
bowl drawer.
Shout Luigiana.
Shout out whatever that show on Comedy Central was.
Yeah, this is Stavros. He's Greek, and he shares some of his Greek history. Oh, we've got an ad read.
Morgan and Morgan. Their fee is free.
Are they twins?
Unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/thispastweekend or dial pound 529
Nice.
pound law from your cell.
Pound
This is
law.
a paid advertisement.
But one thing I'll say about the Ottoman Empire that's cool, because they were Muslim and we were Orthodox Christian, all the pork, they think it's unclean and shit.
You guys got it.
They gave it to us. That's how gyros
the glow in his face. That's how you kind of know he's dumb because he's like, don't tell me. They got to keep it.
Orthodox Christian.
Yes.
All the pork.
Now you got it.
They think it's unclean and shit.
It's you.
They gave it to us.
You guys got it.
That's how
So it like
gyros
processed
came
the
about.
pork?
That's how a gyro happened. So if it wasn't for 400 years of semi-slavery in Greece, we wouldn't have a gyro. And it's like, from where I'm standing, that's an easy trade. I didn't have to be semi-enslaved by a fucking, sultan. I'm just eating the fucking sandwich that came out of it. So I'm pretty fucking pumped personally about it.
He's more than a Simpsons character, Otto. So it's the only thing Stav knows about Greek history is when the euro came to be. And then the last thing I've got here, do you have...
No, go ahead.
This is just something funny to hear. So if you've ever wondered why he's not on Cumtown anymore, he will explain.
But yeah, dude, the show was fucking fun for a while. And then, I was like, damn, am I going to be the Cumtown guy when I'm 40?
Oh, yeah.
It's like you can't, when the brand
and the first
is
guess
semen,
was yeah.
Yeah. And most people in my life were like, oh, yeah, you will be. Come on, dude. Stop getting greedy. You found the gimmick, stick with it. You'll have to make fucking dick, being gay with your friends jokes until you die, which I still do to some extent.
None of that will ever end.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, no. But
So he kind of tries to make this point like I'm above the...
Yeah, I hate that.
So...
And it's fine. Like, I get you don't want to do Cumtown anymore, I would never, like... Everybody makes their own decision. Like, I'm not going to be gay like that. Or like, oh, I want it back so bad.
Yeah.
But... I mean, what does he do on his new pod? His new pod is more like Cumtown than the Adam Friedland shows like Cumtown.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Because it's just sex and food. And like that was like everything Stav talked about on the other podcast.
Yeah.
So
his history podcast.
He just needs to admit he hates Nick.
Yeah. That Nick hurt his feelings by calling him fat too much.
It's true.
But Theo, Stav, they're both all right. You know who's not all right? Obviously, Bert is still continuing his tour, his I'm Gonna Die Soon tour. So I'm going to tour as much as I can. But he was on the Tim Dillon podcast. And Tim Dillon has, obviously gone downhill for quite some time. But there's truly some...
Fat people in like the velour jumpsuits is not cool.
No, it's not.
The first person who thought of it was probably cool for a little bit. It's not.
No, and Bert killed it.
And every fat person thinks that they discovered it. Like, dude, this is the secret to success.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a Bert, but I don't know that he said this. But, velour jumpsuit when you're fat, it looks great.
Dude, no. Honestly, the velour jumpsuit, I went Andrew Tate there for a second, but we've got here's Owen's editing too.
No, he left.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, I think he's doing something at Barcelona. I don't know if he actually left him.
So whoever is off in the corner there, they haven't cut him off.
Owen Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Excited to be here with the guy who put me on my first podcast in LA. Nobody put me on. Nobody cared. Nobody would look at me.
Coughing in the background.
And this guy said, come to my house and we'll do a podcast. And thank you so much. It's worked out.
It has worked out.
Yes.
I'm a good scout.
Yeah.
There's a couple people where I like where I.
And yeah, okay, this is another. That was a stupid clip because it's too like all I cared about was that he was coughing in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
And then no, it's okay. We'll go to minute 30. So Bert has his like Gary V-esque predictions.
Wait, hold on. I was gonna say that, and this is just a general observation. You'll notice that people like this, these like obnoxious, like loud monsters, and you'll see them in your day-to-day life. We all know these fat monsters. They will do this like where they cough in a lot. Like they will cough louder than everyone else.
Yes.
It's like they need the attention even at like so deep of a level. Like when they
Yes.
sneeze and cough and.
It's ridiculous. It's you know, Ethan Klein, that's like that was his go-to bit forever, was to just cough into the mic. And yeah, it's just, we know you're fat and retarded, so just zip it. Bert tries to be Gary V here.
Also, do you believe Tim for 1 second that he's giving props to Bert? Like Tim's the most. Tim doesn't care about anyone but himself.
I know. Well, I think the only way that Tim looks up to Bert is like, I want to eat as good as him. I want to be rich enough to be able to eat the same food that he eats. That's about it.
Right.
That's the idea of having like a company. I think it's dead.
I agree.
I've had a lot of people come and ask to be part of my network, and I'm like, I don't have a network. I do me.
Right.
I do me. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't want to lose any of my attention about me. Social media companies, I think they're going away. I think people are starting to go, no, I'll just get that person. I want them to work for me. I think social
media companies are going away.
Yes.
What a quote.
So this guy, he knows what he's talking about. He's got what's that fabric that his suit is? The velvet? Is it velvet?
It probably is velvet. I don't know. I don't know the difference. I don't even know what velour is.
Yeah, it's something like that. Some fancy. It's funny because it's a fancy fabric with a non-fancy sweatpant outfit. Social media will be going away. Oh, this is kind of funny. They kind of go into it a little bit more.
We're a minute into this.
You're always kind of on the new thing. Like you focus a lot on whatever the new thing is going to be in comedy.
Yeah.
Like you were doing Instagram stories years and years and years ago, showing me how many people were watching your story, showing me how they could buy tickets. You were on all of that shit.
I sometimes wonder if it's because I'm not as talented as other people.
So yes, Bert he was ahead of his time because he taught Tim how to do Instagram stories. Like,
the only thing I will give Bert credit for is that he does hustle, and he's hustling like stupid bullshit, but he does like try to do like crazy extreme videos for like shorts and stuff. I'm going to give him the smallest, tiniest little bit of credit.
Yeah, and his tour schedule, it is huge. He is doing a bunch of shows.
But he's not a fucking, like, he didn't come up with Instagram stories. Like,
right.
If they existed, then Tim knew they existed. He wasn't taught by Bert.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. The way he made it sound was like, yeah, Bert was there with whoever invented Instagram, was like, dude, you should have stories. Comedians should start using Instagram stories. And Tim's like, I didn't know that comedians could use Instagram stories. You invented that. So,
or you could put your tour dates on your Snapchat story. How about that?
Yeah.
Nobody would have ever thought of that.
God,
trying to sell tickets. You were the first one to put your tour date on Snapchat story. There's no way that he's not. I view Tim as like more manipulative than any woman.
Yeah.
He's just the sassiest lesbian bitch ever.
Running the McDonald's, folks. Let's see if I've got any other noteworthy things. Okay, this is where we start to get into the bananas territory. Oh, great. Blue Chew.
If Tim was giving his 16-year-old boy toys Blue Chew, would he get double arrested for the crimes he commits?
Or what would be the two crimes? Like,
well, the first is that he's raping a 16-year-old boy, and the other would be giving him drugs.
I don't know, because isn't the whole thing about Blue Chew like it's like not prescribed by a doctor or something?
No, I think it is.
Oh, it is?
It's like a televisit.
Oh, gotcha. So you only have one crime. So Bert.
I got it off the shelf. I went and
movie.
Leaked the trailer on Rogan.
Why was it on the shelf?
There's all the fucking shit going on with fucking Putin.
Right.
And everyone was scared. I mean, like, I shouldn't say this because I know that even now people will be like, but everyone was nervous that it may be received negatively. I said it's not about that. It's a good fucking movie.
It's a funny movie.
It's a fucking action
Tim does
comedy.
not
that has
believe
nothing to do
this.
with-
No, he can't even agree that it's a good movie. He just has to say it's funny. But yeah, Bert, I'm sorry, I should have said this before I played the clip, but Bert is trying to say that they wrapped up production and editing, they finished the movie, The Machine, and then this stuff started happening with Russia, and the studio said, hey, we just dumped $2 million on this movie. We need to put it away. We're not going to release it. We're going to just take a hit here. And Bert was the one who said, no, I need to make this a possibility. Which is, to me, that's like insane. That's like such a stupid thing.
Yeah.
But his fans are going to believe this. But like, do you remember what was it, 2014, The Interview? Do you remember that movie with James Franco? The same, it's literally a much worse version because in that movie, Seth Rogen, James, what's his name? Harry Osborn, they go to North Korea to kill the dude, the Chinaman. Doesn't matter because he dies. But now he's trying to say, because parts of this movie involves Russia, that they're saying, don't do it. No, please don't burn this movie.
But it's like, what crime did you commit? You didn't even commit a crime in Russia. Is any part of the story a crime?
No, it's not. It's like him trying to speak Spanish, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the story. But I mean, it's obviously just like fake hype for the movie. This is such a dangerous movie. So even when you go and you watch it and you realize it's so shitty and awful, you can at least say, well, they tried to ban this movie, so I'm glad that I saw it.
I love Tim's reaction, though. Tim's just not buying it all. He's like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It
just goes into Trump.
Leaked the trailer on Rogan.
Why was it on the shelf?
There's all the fucking shit going on with fucking Putin.
Right.
Because all the fucking shit.
Pause.
Fucking Putin.
I said pause after you paused. We don't have to do this in real time, but I'm interested to look up the production stuff because if the production started before that, when did Ukraine start?
I think like in 2022.
Well, yeah, I know that. But was it like January, February last year?
Yeah, January, sorry.
Okay, so I just feel like this maybe had to have been in the works, but it's also so low budget probably that no.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a good. I should.
It was on this shelf because of Putin and the shit going on.
I will escalate World War III if the fat man makes movie about story.
He lies. It's obvious to us, but he does it so like fluidly. Like he doesn't even wait a second to come. All the shit in Russia.
Yeah, fucking shit in fucking Russia, man. Like he's a gangster, man. Y'all know the fucking shit in fucking Russia, man. All the gang shit.
Scared. I mean, like I shouldn't say this because
it's a movie.
I know that even now people will be like, but
no, I think he's just good.
Everyone was nervous.
It's funny. He says good. Bert says good.
I said it's not about that. It's a good fucking movie.
It's a funny movie.
It's a fucking action.
It's a funny movie.
It's a funny. What is he? The Godfather.
Yeah, no shit.
And then there's. I'm not going to go to this part, but there's. Bert says, we were working BTS, and then Tim stops him, and he's like, "Explain to the folks at home what BTS is." Behind the scenes, which I was like, doesn't everyone know? That's like the one thing that
does Tim say it like he's leading him? At some point I always think Tim is like, Tim knows he's smarter than all these people, and Tim,
he is. He knows.
Tim, he lies about being sober and everything. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. He definitely he does that on Rogan a lot. I notice every time he's on Rogan, he's always like, "Man, this midget's my puppet." He's always fucking with him, and for some reason, Joe just like loves Tim even more. But yeah, okay, I'll do the BTS.
Like, yeah.
When all that shit happened down, I remember people going, "So are you going to be able to tell the machine on stage again?"
Oh,
and I was like,
my God.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't think my fans are.
Now, no one cares. Yeah. We're all a little sick of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Wrap the shit up. We've had enough.
Yeah. And
he's talking about Bert's movie.
Got that off the shelf. They wanted to do the announce. I said, let me do it. I did the announce. This went viral. I said, let me take control of getting...
This might be a litmus test of like, am I just being too autistic and overanalyzing stuff, which I know I am, but to what extent is it like awful? Bert tells this weird story. I think this was when The Machine came out, the stand-up special came out. He was like in a board meeting with Netflix and they were discussing further like comedic projects.
Comes out wrong?
Yes.
I was at Netflix.
Yeah.
And they're congratulating me on my special.
Right.
And I don't know why I said it, but I was like, I got myself here. And everyone's like, okay. I was like, no. Like, no, like, I wasn't gifted this. Like, I earned this. And it was like a moment.
It's good that it's a completely insane moment.
It's an insane moment.
Wildly inappropriate.
Wife's punching me going, just say thank you.
Well, you know what it was? I made a lot of money in mortgages 1 month, and I was like walking around like I was the shit. And then my old boss said, hey, he called me into the office. And I remember I was so embarrassed. He goes, hey, man, act like you've been here before.
Oh, I am not that guy.
God.
I am not that guy.
Which we know. I just felt like Tim's response was appropriate.
Too. And they're in like in their, I mean, I don't know how old Tim is. Is he like, he's got to be in his 40s, right? Or late 30s?
Yeah, late 30s.
And they're doing the cool kids speak because, you know, Tim keeps up on the TikTok kids.
Yeah.
He wants to fuck all of them. He wants to fuck Josh Richards.
I don't know who that is.
He
wants to fuck Ryan Trout.
He does. He wants to fuck Ryan Trout. He probably has. That's probably how Ryan Trout lives. That's how he met Jeff Bezos. I'm going to introduce you to a very powerful person.
Oh my gosh, me when I see Jeff Bezos and I tell my boyfriend. Me when I see Jeff Bezos and I tell my girlfriend.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, what an insane thing. I don't know. Bert, to me, he's just like a complete psycho. I don't know. And of course, he's like, but then everyone was like, no, why'd you say that? But I did. Oh. Like he thinks that somehow like relieves the, you know, the sentence of the comedy cemetery death sentence, burial, whatever. Okay, they also, I won't go to it, but they talk about Logan Paul. And Tim is like, and Logan Paul, he's interested in comedy. Like that's the only thing he could say, you know, good about him. And then Bert was trying to say like, you invented talking to Logan Paul. Like comedians before then, it was... He didn't say it was like segregation, but he's making it seem like the water fountain situation from the 60s. Throwback.
The
Beatles.
situation.
But Tim Dillon invented the comedian going on Logan Paul's podcast. And
I don't think that's true.
No, I don't think
I mean,
it is.
going on, like, yeah, like that was a thing. I don't know.
Like there were rules, like you can't go on Logan Paul's podcast. And then one of the other things he says too, which again furthers Bert is psycho. He's like, when I'm doing my shows, it's so important like that it's just me. I mean, he's very much obsessed with himself, which is like the only thing that him and Tim like have in common. Right. He was saying that like he made up this fake story about how he was getting on a plane, trying to get in first class, but like his wife and kids didn't have like the same ticket or they didn't have the fast pass, whatever. And he was like, I'm sorry, I have to leave you here. I have to go. I'd go do my show. Got to go take my shirt off. So he's just like willing to just like cut his family if it inconveniences his performance. So.
I mean, him and Tom have definitely like bought prostitutes together and stuff and cheated on their wives.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's why like the family wants to go with him to make sure he doesn't.
It's the only way he won't die.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Bert. Bert burying Tim Dillon even further. And Tim does this new thing now where in the middle of his sentences, he just inserts his ad reads. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that happen before.
He still does it when the guests are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that.
So doesn't matter if he is using Alex Jones's set. He's going to do his ad reads. And what else? We've got beef of the week. I'm not going to talk about the Mr. Beast thing. I don't really care that much anymore.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Beef of the week. What was my beef of the week? No, I got it.
Oh my God!
A lot of the beef of the weeks are lately for me. I just saw the Logan Paul video. A lot of the beef of the weeks have been more personal lately. It's a lot of coworker stuff, ex-girlfriend stuff. So I'm bringing the ex-girlfriend back this week. Okay, because we're gonna play a game, right? Because we made fun of her because she said sapiosexual with no awareness whatsoever that was. And again, flow across my partner's date Stephen Hawking argument, right?
Yeah,
That's the ultimate sapiosexual stumper. This is no joke. She goes, you know who I think was like the best president?
Who?
That's how she talks, by the way. You know how I think I was the best president? No, and this is going to be an interactive game for you in the audience. They've now had time to guess.
Okay, so you want me to
Who
guess?
do you think is like the most base level cliche thing? Like when we were 12 years old, we started saying this person ruled as a president. That was like counter a little bit to what everybody else said, and you went like, "Oh, I actually like this guy."
Like JFK when we were 12.
See, I shouldn't have made it into a game.
Sorry.
No, Nixon.
Oh,
She's trying to do the reverse Nixon again. This is somebody that proudly told me that she protested for the abortion rights.
I see now.
In Atlanta, imagine in one of the most liberal cities in America.
Yeah,
for like top 5 most liberal cities, standing on street corners where everyone agrees with you.
But she loves Nixon.
But she loves Nixon.
Has she heard the tapes?
I don't know. I mentioned it. That's the first thing I have to mention is just the goddamn faggy city thing about San Francisco. Yeah, that's it. I didn't really have much of a beef of the week.
What's the other one? James K. Polk. I remember Richard Spencer was asked his favorite president. He said that. And I was like, yeah, dude, I've also watched Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide at James K. Polk Middle School.
The libertarians have an answer too, because it's like all the presidents were bad. None of them acted like libertarians except this one piece of shit that everyone forgets.
Yeah.
But like Tyler Taylor, Jonathan Tyler Taylor.
Who's the guy who was like so fatty, like he was stuck in his bathtub? Taft, William
Yeah,
Taft. That's
yeah.
their favorite because see, he was a free market connoisseur. He only ate the best food to get fat and only got stuck in the best bathtub. Oh, this new thing, this phenomenon that's not very new. What am I trying to say here? Steven Crowder here has some wise words about the Mario movie. And actually, let me ask you this. When is the last time that you have gone to a movie and you were surprised by the amount of liberal crap that was in it?
I don't even notice it most of the time.
I don't either. And I didn't realize this until recently. So I honestly think that like the pundits, when they go to the theater, like they just have dog shit taste in movies. Like I'm sure it's always in the Marvel movies and stuff like that. So now the new thing is when a movie is apolitical, which is like most of the movies that I see. And I see like popular, like John Wick 4 is popular and there's nothing, but go ahead.
I was going to say, but now I feel like there's kind of this weird overcorrection where like, because everybody loves A24, right?
Yeah.
And you like a lot of their movies, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to knock them, but the new movie comes out and you see the trailer and you go, I think they're putting certain things in here, and just watch the trailer and you're like, why does that even need to be on my, like across my face for 2 seconds as a grown adult man? You know what I'm referring to? Okay. Just watch the trailer. It just seems weird. So
for what?
I don't know. What if the newest movie's coming out as of today?
A24 does have some stuff, but I just avoid those movies. But I feel like I can pick up on it. Like, oh, I'm not going to go see that movie. Every time, I feel like with a lot of liberal stuff, they're like, this movie has this in it, and I'm outraged. But it's like...
It's usually like one gay kiss or something.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I will not take my kid to see this.
It's like, why are you taking your kid to the movies anyway, fag?
Yeah.
Let them play stick. This hula hoop game. Classic hula hoop game. So here's Steven Crowder.
With a gun on his desk. Whoa.
I know. Watch out. Don't trigger him. So, and he's got the Rumble Nightlight.
That's who he's through. That's his like podcasting partner or something. Or
yeah.
Is it
yeah,
Rumble?
Yeah.
Is Rumble?
It is Rumble. Yeah. That's the. Why does he have two mugs? You know,
it's the same mug.
So yeah, and they're the same mug. So one's water, one's cum. So anyway, so here's him talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Mario Brothers just set a global opening weekend record for animated films.
Nice.
$377 million on a $100 million budget.
Nice.
And let's, I think, we have a clip actually from the film.
Oh, yeah? So Mario's loading up his AR-15.
Why Top Gun did so well.
Yeah.
And they're not even right wing.
And then they just play this clip of Alex Jones praising Top Gun, which, by the way, I saw Top Gun 1 a few weeks ago.
I want to hear.
They're just
sorry, Alex.
Leave people alone and let them have a fantasy. That's why I can't watch anything on Netflix now. It's all brainwashing. Everybody knows that, but that's my same question. Why is Anheuser-Busch committing suicide? Why did Hollywood commit suicide? Why is the left doing this? Why are they like kamikaze?
Mario.
I saw Top Gun a few weeks ago. One of the gayest movies I've ever watched in my life. And I understood like why only like average and slightly below average IQ people would enjoy it.
Yeah, shittiest soundtrack ever too.
Yeah, it's very, very dumb. But
like, isn't it just shitty 80s rock in the movie?
Highway to the Danger Zone is like the main theme, but they're in airplanes. What highway is in the air, folks?
Is that the name of the song? I don't think that's the name of the song.
I don't know. It's
Highway to the Danger Zone.
That's my guess.
Wait, has that been the lyrics the whole time? Are we about to have a Mandela effect? Oh, wow. I'm so
what do you
retarded.
think he
I
says?
believe in Mandela.
Airway to the Danger Zone?
No, I think he says, I thought he said, I'm going to just sound so retarded here, but that's fine. We have to be accepting this. I thought he said, I went to, wow.
Oh, it's just called Danger Zone. Lyrics.
I thought he said, I went. I mean, that's,
It sounds like he does say
I
that,
went
but-
to the Danger Zone is what I always thought. I mean, highway makes more sense. Wait, no, did we get an answer? Is it definitely highway? Wow, that's crazy. To be fair, I could give a fuck about the song, so I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
Kenny Loggins can sunk my dink.
So, but anyway, low IQ movie. So we don't have to pretend like every movie's a work of art when it doesn't have anything in it, and just like praising. I mean, like it's Mario. Like Japanese people are very wary and protective of the honor of their samaritic creations. So obviously, they're not going to put in some like short-term agenda stuff in the movie, but I equally hate the celebration of like, this is awesome, anti I can't even say the W word because it makes me cringe just thinking about it. So but I do want to see the Mario movie now that I know that Mario is a boy. So sorry, Mr. Beast Chris. I think that's all I've got for today.
Yeah.
So,
everybody, thank you for listening this week. Hopefully it was a great episode. I feel like it was a good episode.
I feel good too. I feel very good about
We had a
this.
good mix of prepared topics, and we had a stretch there of I don't remember. I always forget what we talk about.
I know, and I've been deleting the list items on it too. So make sure to check out everything else we have on the channel.
Subscribe and like. They told us, I Googled how to get big, and they said make sure you tell people to subscribe and like the videos. So do that.
Subscribe, like, leave a comment. What's your favorite